Hello YouTubers. Well, here we are at the Pagan Gathering at Camp Kilsby in Palmerston North, and of course couldn't go camping without a bit of solar, so I thought I'd just show you our rig and our inside of our messy tent. I mean, this will be the third night tonight, so we're well established, and here we have it. This is my rig for camping that I just hastily threw together. Got a genuine Century deep cycle battery, 85 amp hours, which I got for a good deal. It's in good condition. It's worked well. Connected to one of these Power Buddy inverters. Really a great inverter for camping because you got your 230 volt, you know, crow's foot outlet, and you got two cigarette lighter style sockets that you can put these butt plugs in if you want USB. It's got my E-Cig there charging. And it's got a LED light which you can leave on all night and mark your tent, and its own USB port, and it's in quite a tough rubberized case, and I got these ones really cheap. 200 watt inverter, it's good, just modified square of course. Only one issue with them is that the switch here is a two-way rocker switch, and you can have a center off, and you can have this USB socket live or the inverter, but not both. I really don't see why you'd need to switch the USB socket off personally. So I may make a few mods to this, and one thing will be to give the USB its own switch, or just to hardwire it on if I can. And the other thing is that fan goes all the time the inverter's on, and I reckon for the loads we're running, which is about, well, 12 watts of lighting as measured on the DC side with a clamp meter, I think we could have the fan off for those kind of loads. I mean, if I was running 100 watts then yes. And this is how we lit the tent. It's a good old 5 watt LED bulb here, just on a cable. Just goes down to this plug, and this plug here goes to another socket, which is the boys' vestibule. Then this is like about a 1 watt LED bulb, and that, you know, gives them a bit of light. And in our little vestibule over here, our bedroom if you like, all covered in sandflies, got the 7 watt CFL, and yeah, it's kind of funny black, but that's been alright. They take a bit longer to warm up, but I just didn't have another spare LED bulb with the right sort of small size. But that's the rig, and I probably could have ran for the 3 nights just on this battery without touching it, but I did do a little bit of solar, and we'll have a look at that, hey. Pretty simple. An old 10 watt Solar X panel, polycrystalline of course, and it came already hardwired with this little grey cable, so that's all good. I had that tape on so it doesn't stress the junction box, because I wouldn't know how to open that if I needed to. Just fed that down into this little junction I quickly made up on the day before we went on the Thursday, which is nothing more than a 1 amp Schottky diode as a reverse blocking diode. No charge controller, do not need one, because the chances of this 10 watt panel ever being able to overcharge that 85 amp hour battery is slim, and it's never going to happen when we're pulling loads out of it each night. In fact, I don't believe this can keep up with the loads, but it is giving us a little bit of an extra boost. So, you know, we could probably stay here a week without having put any other charge into the battery thanks to the solar panel, although I'd imagine by the end of the 7th night it would be getting fairly low on the battery. Yeah, so that's the rig. Maybe I could have rigged up some DC bulbs, might have been more efficient, but it was just quick and easy just to use those AC ones and the inverter. So there we go, the rig. Of course I took my multimeter. I didn't have that the first night. I actually picked that up when I went back to get our band gear, so I could keep an eye on it, but it was all working really well. So there we go, solar at the Pagan Gathering, Camp Kilsby 2015.